Welcome back to Webgov.com's Smart Consumer Podcast, where we give you the quick win tips you need to navigate the world of home services with confidence. I'm your host, Brian, and today we're talking about that tiny issue you're ignoring. You know the one. Maybe it's that little drip under the sink, the persistent hum from the water heater, or that damp spot on the wall that you tell yourself is probably nothing. We all have them. We see them, we sigh, and we think, I'll get to it later. But what if I told you that little drip, that seemingly harmless issue, could snowball into a huge, and I mean huge, and incredibly costly problem? That's what we're diving into today. The simple truth that fixing small leaks early saves you money and a whole lot of stress. Let me paint you a picture. A few years ago, a friend of mine, let's call him Mike, noticed a little puddle forming under his kitchen sink. It was maybe a coffee cup's worth of water every day. He'd wipe it up, check for a loose pipe, and think, it's not a big deal. The sink still works. He was busy, life was happening, and that tiny leak just wasn't a priority. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. He got so used to it that he started just keeping a small towel under there to soak it up. Then came the smell. It started as a faint musty odor, something he initially blamed on a forgotten gym bag. But the smell got stronger. He finally pulled everything out from under the sink, the cleaning supplies, the recycling bags, and what he found was a scene from a horror movie. The floor of the cabinet was warped and black with mold. The particle board was swollen and crumbling. The constant, slow drip had created a perfect little ecosystem for rot and decay. And that's when he realized the leak wasn't just a nuisance, it was a silent destroyer. He called a plumber, expecting a simple fix. But the plumber took one look and said, "We can fix the leak, but the damage, that's the real problem." That small, ignored drip had done structural damage to his cabinet and the subfloor beneath it. What would have been a $150 repair, a simple pipe tightening or a new washer, turned into a multi-day project costing over $2,000. They had to tear out the cabinet, replace the rotted floorboards, and treat the area for mold, all because he ignored a tiny, manageable problem until it became an expensive disaster. This story isn't just about my friend Mike. It's a classic example of what happens when we put off what seems like a minor plumbing issue. Plumbers call these pinhole leaks or nuisance drips. They seem harmless, but they are often the first sign of a much larger underlying issue, like a corroding pipe or a failing seal. And the longer you wait, the more damage it causes. You're not just paying to fix the leak. You're paying to fix the mold, the rotted drywall, the warped floors, and the increased water bill. So, how do you prevent your own Mike story? It's simple. Be a detective. First, take a minute to listen to your home. Do you hear a faint dripping sound when all the taps are off? That could be a slow leak in a pipe behind a wall. Second, be on the lookout for visible signs of trouble. Are there damp spots on your ceilings or walls? Are there unexplained puddles in your basement or under a sink? Are your water bills unusually high without any change in usage? These are all red flags. And if you see a tiny leak, even if it's just a single drip every few seconds, don't assume it will just go away. It won't. Instead of thinking, it's not a big deal, reframe your mindset to, this is a small problem I can fix now to prevent a massive one later. Think of it as an investment in your home's health and your own financial well-being. A small investment of time and a little money today can save you thousands of dollars and a ton of stress down the road. So, here's your takeaway, your one simple action step to try today. Go check one potential problem area in your home. It could be under your kitchen sink, under the bathroom sink, or near your water heater. Take a flashlight and look for any signs of moisture, no matter how small. If you find something, a drip, a stain, a damp spot, don't ignore it. That's your cue to call a professional. Think of that call not as a cost, but as a preemptive strike against a future headache. Because when it comes to plumbing, a small ounce of prevention is worth a pound, or in Mike's case, a few $1,000s of cure. For more consumer smart tips and to find trusted plumbing providers who can help you fix those small problems before they become big ones, visit Webgov.com. We've vetted the best in your area so you can find a professional you can trust. That's webgov.com. Until next time, stay smart and don't ignore that drip.